They laughed at him because he disappeared. No parties, no late-night scrolling, no useless arguments, no posting every move online. One day he was everywhere, and then suddenly, he became silent. People thought he gave up. They thought he was depressed. They thought he lost his confidence. But what they didn't know was that every single night while the world slept, he was rebuilding himself in silence. And months later, the same people who ignored him started asking one question: how did you change so much? Listen carefully, because this is not just another motivational speech. This is a warning for the version of you that keeps forgetting the dream every time life gets hard. You said you wanted greatness. You said you wanted to change your family's future. You said you were tired of being average, but every time pain arrived, every time comfort called your name, every time distractions surrounded you, you forgot the goal. And the moment a person forgets the goal, they become weak. Because goals are not just dreams. Goals are weapons. They are the only thing that can pull a human being out of darkness. Without a goal, the mind becomes a playground for fear, laziness, excuses, overthinking, and addiction. That's why most people stay stuck for years. Not because they are untalented, but because they forgot what they were fighting for. Think about it. When you were younger, you had fire inside you. You believed you would become someone powerful. You imagined success. You imagined freedom. You imagined proving everyone wrong. But slowly the world attacked your mind. Failures broke your confidence. Fake friends wasted your energy. Comfort destroyed your discipline. And now you wake up tired. Scroll for hours. Delay your work. And sleep feeling guilty. Deep inside, you know you are capable of more. But your actions no longer match your dreams. And that pain, that silent pain inside your chest, comes from one thing only. You forgot the goal. You forgot why you started. You forgot the promise you made to yourself during your darkest nights. Remember that version of you who cried alone? Remember the nights when you said, "One day I will change my life"? That person is still inside you, still waiting, still hoping you stop wasting time, because time does not care about your excuses. Every second you waste, someone else is training, someone else is learning, someone else is becoming stronger while you keep negotiating with your comfort zone. And one day you will wake up realizing years disappeared. That realization destroys people, not failure. Regret. Regret is the real killer. Imagine being 10 years older, standing in front of the mirror, knowing you had potential but wasted it because you kept choosing temporary comfort over permanent greatness. That pain is unbearable, and the scary part is, it happens slowly. Nobody notices when discipline dies. It starts with one lazy morning, one skipped workout, 1 hour wasted on nonsense. One excuse, one delay, one distraction. Then suddenly months pass, and the dream feels far away. That's why winners are different. Winners remember the goal even when life becomes painful. Especially when life becomes painful. They understand that motivation is temporary, but purpose is permanent. They know that the human mind is dangerous when it has no direction. So every morning they remind themselves who they are becoming. They train when tired. They work when unmotivated. They stay focused while everyone else chases entertainment. And eventually the world calls them gifted, without seeing the years of loneliness, sacrifice, discipline, and pain behind their success. Understand this clearly. Your future is built in moments nobody claps for. The gym session nobody saw. The study session when your friends were wasting time. The moment you controlled your emotions instead of reacting. The night you kept working while your mind begged you to quit. Those invisible moments create powerful people. But weak people will never understand this, because weak people only respect results, not the struggle behind them. That's why you cannot depend on validation anymore. Stop waiting for people to believe in you. Most people don't even believe in themselves. Why would they believe in your dream? Your mission is not to convince others. Your mission is to become undeniable. So focused, so disciplined, so mentally dangerous that success becomes unavoidable. But to reach that level, you must remember the goal every single day. When you wake up tired, remember the goal. When people doubt you, remember the goal. When life punches you in the face, remember the goal. When distractions tempt you, remember the goal. Because the goal is bigger than your feelings. Read that again. The goal is bigger than your feelings. Feelings change every hour. Purpose does not. This generation has become addicted to feelings. I don't feel motivated. I don't feel ready. I don't feel confident. Nobody cares how you feel. Champions act despite feelings. That's the difference. Discipline means doing what must be done even when your emotions are screaming against it. And once you master that, your life changes forever. Because now your emotions no longer control your future. You do. Look around. Most people are trapped inside cycles they created themselves. Wake up late. Waste time. Complain. Escape reality. Repeat. And after years of this cycle, they wonder why life feels empty. But life only rewards movement, energy, action, sacrifice. Nobody accidentally becomes successful. Nobody accidentally builds confidence. Nobody accidentally creates greatness. It is built through painful consistency. Day after day, month after month, year after year. That is why your mindset matters more than motivation. Motivation can start the journey, but mindset finishes it. You need a mindset that refuses to quit, even when results are invisible. Because there will be seasons where nothing makes sense. You will work hard and see no progress. You will feel alone. You will question yourself. You will wonder if all this effort is pointless. And in those moments, average people quit. But dangerous people become stronger. They understand something powerful. Pain is training. Every difficult moment is building emotional muscle. Every struggle is increasing mental toughness. Every sacrifice is separating you from the weak. So instead of running from pain, use it. Let betrayal sharpen your focus. Let failure increase your hunger. Let loneliness strengthen your discipline. Let pressure create the strongest version of you. Because diamonds are not created in comfort. They are created under pressure. And maybe that's why your life feels difficult right now. Maybe life is trying to transform you into someone stronger than you ever imagined. But transformation requires destruction. The old mindset must die. The weak habits must die. The lazy version of you must die. You cannot become powerful while protecting your old self. Something has to be sacrificed. Maybe it's your excuses. Maybe it's your addiction to comfort. Maybe it's the people distracting you from your future. But if you truly want greatness, you must be willing to lose everything that weakens your soul. Because average habits create average lives. And deep down, you know you were not born for average. You were born to build something meaningful. To inspire people. To create freedom. To make your parents proud. To prove to yourself that you are capable of more than fear and procrastination. But none of that happens if you keep forgetting the goal. The goal must become your obsession. Not in an unhealthy way, but in a focused way. The way an athlete thinks before a championship. The way a warrior thinks before battle. Every action should ask one question. Does this help me become who I want to become? If the answer is no, remove it from your life. Simple. Because your future depends on what you repeatedly tolerate today. Stop tolerating laziness. Stop tolerating weak routines. Stop tolerating distractions that steal your future 1 hour at a time. Protect your mind. Your mind is your weapon. And right now, too many people are handing their weapon to social media, negativity, gossip, and useless entertainment. That's why they feel mentally weak. They feed their mind garbage every day, then wonder why they have no energy, no focus, no discipline. You must become selective. Selective with your habits. Selective with your environment. Selective with your energy. Powerful people protect their focus because they understand focus is modern-day currency. Where attention goes, life follows. If your attention lives in negativity, your life becomes negative. If your attention lives in discipline, growth becomes inevitable. So train your attention. Train your mind to remember the mission. Every morning remind yourself, I did not come this far to stay weak. Every night ask yourself, did I move closer to my goal today? And if the answer is no, fix it immediately. Stop waiting for Monday. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Stop waiting for confidence. Confidence is earned through action, not thinking. The more action you take, the stronger your identity becomes. And identity changes everything. Once your brain starts seeing you as disciplined, focused, and resilient, your behavior changes automatically. That's why small daily wins matter. Every workout completed, every distraction resisted, every promise kept to yourself builds self-respect. And self-respect is powerful, because once a person truly respects themselves, they stop accepting weakness. They stop tolerating excuses. They stop running from hard work. They become unstoppable. But understand this carefully. The journey will still hurt. There will still be dark days. Days where your mind feels heavy. Days where nobody understands you. Days where you feel behind in life. But those days do not define you. Your response defines you. Anyone can stay focused when life feels easy. But can you stay focused when life feels unfair? Can you stay disciplined when results are slow?